Samtastic back with more of this gorgeous keyboard here, the Razer BlackWidow Ultimate 2013, and I already did my unboxing video. You can get a link to that there, and I just wanted to take a little bit more time to talk about it now that I've had a chance to use it and I'm a bit more comfortable with it, and also I've gotten an opportunity to use the Synapse 2 software as well, and so I'm going to give a little bit of an overview of that. The huge complaint that I saw about Synapse is that you need to have an internet connection to use it. A bunch of people were raging about it. It's kind of standard fare at this point. You should expect that any software that you buy right now, for whatever reason, is going to require an internet connection. There's not really a reason for them to do that on something that's free software, I guess, but you have to log it in. And it has your email up here. In this case, I have it blocked because I don't want you to know what that is. And I did check it out. If you don't have an active internet connection, you can, in fact, just... you can still use the software and it'll just load up in offline mode, so it doesn't do the cloud backups of your macros and all of that fun stuff, and obviously it wouldn't be able to do any of the updates. So yeah, you go offline and then that little thing shows up red instead of green, and then you can just as easily go back online. You can change user, as in you can use another user profile if, say, you go to a friend's house and they have the same keyboard, and you want to use your profiles instead of theirs, then you can that way. So the basic overview of this software is you've got your customize section for customizing what the different keys do. This is kind of a fun thing, is that you can actually change to all of these different delays. I haven't toyed around with this too much. You can set any given key on the keyboard that it shows up there as selectable, which is really any given key on the keyboard. You can set that to do quite a lot of things. On the keyboard function, one of the things that I did kind of check out is that you're not going to be able to do any of those special fun characters. Notepad, there we go. I am using Pocky for my start menu because I like having a start menu, and I've thought about going and getting Start 8, but I'm not sure. Anyway, if you want to do stuff like the E with the accent, say if you want to say touche, or cafe, or like Uber, you do that by actually just holding down your Alt key and typing in the corresponding ASCII character on your number pad. Like those are the fun Swedish characters, so you've got, I memorized those because I'm a goober. That's, you can't actually program those special characters, is really the point that I'm getting at. So if you like to use those, you can be like me and you can memorize them. Yay! So that's kind of my one gripe about being able to program these different keys, but I guess that'd be one way to play a fun prank on a friend or something, is to just set up a profile that has all of these keys remapped to different keys, and just when they come over, where it says shortcut right there, what you can do is you can switch to your different ones by just holding down the function key, which is going to be this key here, and hitting the corresponding number key to go along with it. So like function 0 I have set to darkness, that's its profile, and these profiles are also going to affect these lighting schemes that you have here, which is what's going on with that. So that darkness, that function 0, makes it go black because I have that set to no brightness. And then we've got standard, we've got full bright, and then we've got the one that does the pulsating. Another disappointment of mine is that for the pulsating you can't set the dimness, because I'd really like to be able to have it pulse very slightly, but it just really wants to go super bright. So anyway, that's the lighting options that you get. They have a switch all device lighting to off when display is turned off, which would be, say, when you can have your monitor set to where's like screensaver, where do they, yeah, here, when it's like change power settings, there we go. So when you have it set, like choose when to turn off the display, that is going to just cause the keyboard lighting to turn off if you have that chosen. I wish they gave you one that was switch all device lighting to pulsate when display is turned off, so it's like your screensaver mode is a pulsating keyboard, because it's actually really distracting to use that actively. It's just kind of a flashy thing. It's fun. Gaming mode is something that's where on here that's the macro programming key, and this is the gaming mode key. And so taking a look here, you set it to gaming mode, and it's going to put that little target thing there. It's a G with a little target on it because you're a gamer, and what that does is it disables keys. So you have it disable your Alt F4 and Windows keys all if you want, but just by default it will only do the Windows key, and it will always do the Windows key actually, but you can go ahead and disable those as well. And you can have that associated with specific profiles just like you can with the regular customization. Macros is another fun thing. I have one that I put in here that I call /dance. I apparently have like a bunch of new macro all over the place, so let me just kind of get rid of those because I don't need a bunch of things labeled new macro. I actually don't think I need any of those, but oh, maybe I do. Okay, on the macros section I do have the macro name /dance, and I have that set up for on the customize. On this one you can have that set up to run the macros, so like /dance right there. Done. And then every time, say you're playing Guild Wars 2 and you want to dance, you just hit your macro key and it does /dance. And then on this one I have it set up so that it will actually do /salute space @, so then I can just click on another character, hit that key, and my character will salute to them, which is just kind of fun. I just put that in there. So that's kind of the deal with the Synapse software. I kind of like the features that it gives you. It's not something that I would consider vital to the operation of this keyboard by any stretch of the imagination, but it's I'm pretty happy with it overall. I'd like to see what other options you'd get with using a Razer mouse or something. I may end up getting a Razer mouse actually, because I was looking at the Rat 9, which is what I had my sights on for a long time, and there are people saying things like it has literally 3 hours of battery life, and pretty much every complaint about it is about how short the battery life is, so I don't really want a mouse that's going to have its battery die immediately. This one, I think I've changed the battery once, and I've had it for like 5 months or something like that. I don't know, a while. But yeah, I prefer batteries to last. So this is a Logitech M310, yeah, M310. So if you wondered about that, I'm fond of me Logitech as well. Okay, so of the fun little quirky things about this keyboard that I have noticed, the very first thing that really started bothering me is my peripheral vision would see all of these lit up macro keys over here, and so when I'm not looking down at the keyboard, I would go to set my hand here for the home row, because I would be thinking, you know, shift, cap lock, tab, the tilde, but all of that stuff is actually here. So until you sort of train your peripheral vision to ignore that little set right there, I found it really confusing to try to get to home row, because I'd start typing and I'd be typing right over here and it's the wrong keys. So that was something that I didn't know how big of a problem that would be. It turned out to not be a very big problem at all, because it resolved itself within one evening, so that's cool. There are some other functions on here, like this is for making it brighter and darker, this is the gaming mode, this is for programming macros. To program a macro, you just hold function, hit that key, and see how you get that red light there that lights up, and then you just do your macro, like, yay, it's a macro. And then when you're done typing, it actually doesn't mark the time after that last keystroke, so you have time to come back to function, hit that macro key again, it starts blinking, and we'll hit macro 3. And then to pop up notepad again, we're going to just show you here. If I hit macro 3, it's a macro. What? Hold on. What? Oh, okay. Here we go. I was again trying to click on XSplit instead of clicking on here, so I think we're okay there. Macro 3, yay, it's a macro. So that's how easy it is to actually program those. It's really, really simple. So that's cool. I am really happy that I have a computer that not only runs XSplit, but runs it so well that I can do this. Whee! That's just really fun. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I've really enjoyed how comfortable it is to type on here, the key pressing and all of that. Maybe I should have Notepad open for doing this. Yay! Notepad. So yeah, it's been really comfortable. The key pressing doesn't take a lot of pressure at all. It's the keys it definitely feels very sturdy. It does have a very nice weight to it. Oh yeah, that was one of the other fun things, is this is the sleep, and I found out that my computer will actually go to sleep in about like 1.5 seconds if I hit that. So be mindful, if you are using this keyboard, you may remap that. I don't know if you can, if it lets you remap the function keys. It might not, but so just be careful doing function with your pause break, because it might really screw up whatever you're doing. So that's going to be pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed watching my unboxing / review videos for this keyboard, and if you liked it, then go ahead and show it by clicking like, and if you want to see more of my videos, then go ahead and subscribe, and you will see me later.